Hello, are you into Aras PLM and seeking for the help from AI to enhance your career or seek help from AI to work in Aras PLM? So you are at the right place. In this video, we are going to see how to use GPT specifically made for Aras PLM support, and we will dive more into detail. I'm Vaibhav and you joined TikTok with Vaibhav. So here we have this Aras Innovator Helper. It is one GPT created specifically to support Aras related activities. It is expert in the Aras Innovator, aided in the configuration, customization, code troubleshooting, and so forth. So if you want to use this GPT, stay tuned. I will explain each and everything available in this GPT. So very first, it will support the configuration of Aras. So we'll see one example. So here in the example, first, how do I configure a new item type in Aras Innovator? So this is very basic use case, but you can have a complex use cases also related to the configuration. So here, first we will ask this GPT, how do I configure the new item types in Aras? And let us see what it gives. So I'll just ask the GPT, how do I configure a new item type in Aras? And see, it gives the detailed explanation, and we can follow this explanation to mimic the activities or steps along with this GPT. Access innovator, create new item type, define basic properties, configurations, properties, behaviors, so on and so forth. So it will also create the assign forms, set the permissions, and then test the new item type. So these many things we need to do to create one item type, and it gives the detailed explanation. And this is not the thing. Like if you want some more explanation about any of this topic, you can just ask the GPT, explain this particular topic in more detail. It will give more explanation about that till you are satisfied. So this is the configuration of Aras Innovator. This is the first capability where this Aras Innovator Helper will help you. Second use case is the customization part. How do you customize? So to see the customization part, we will directly jump into the coding part. Like this will support you to write the code. This is crazy, right? This GPT will write a code for you with the explanation whatever you have given. So as a sample, I'll just give one example. I have written one prompt. I want to create a C# method similar to various functionality. If you know the various functionality in Aras, it searches that item exist or referred in how many other items. This is the out-of-the-box functionality, but we are mimicking the same thing, and we are asking the Innovator Helper to write a code for us. Write a code which will find all the references of item programmatically. So let us see whether it writes the code and what type of code. And in the next part, we will fine-tune this code, because customization is not a single thing. We need to write the code, or we may need to fine-tune the code. So in this example, we will see how it writes the code, and we will ask the GPT to fine-tune the code which is given by the GPT. So see, the GPT has created one method, find where used. This method is returning the list. In this list, we will get the list of items where this particular item type or item ID, whatever we have provided, is referred in. And see here, it has written the code to fetch the metadata and all the things. So if you see here, it has used the IOM to write this method. So we can fine tune this. Instead of using IOM, we can ask the GPT, hey, I don't want to use the IOM. I want to use the AML instead of IOM. And we don't need to write that code by our own. We will ask the GPT to write the code using the AML. And along with this code, it will give the key points to consider and explanation of this code, how it is written. So we'll just fine tune this code, write AML instead of IOM. So here, if you see, it has written the IOM, and see here, it is giving the explanation what is meant by AML, and it's writing the code. It is giving the AML query to write this particular code. And we can ask, it has given the AML, use this AML in above method. If you see, it has not only written the AML, but it is giving the explanation of this particular AML query. And we'll ask the GPT, use the same AML in the above method. So see, it has again modified this method, find where used. And then if you see here, it has written the AML query to find out the references of the item, something similar to the where used functionality. So in this way, you can use this GPT not only for the configuration, but actual customization or writing the code. And this is fine-tuned for Aras Innovator, and you can write the code as per your need. But this is not only the thing. There are various other aspects or parameters this GPT can support you. For example, we have now written, or we have asked the GPT to write two different methods. We'll check which method will perform well. So why don't we ask this to GPT itself, which method will perform well? Which of about two methods perform well, AML or IOM? So what we did, we created two methods. We have created two methods with two different approaches for the same purpose, and we are comparing the performance, and it is giving the explanation of which will perform well. Like what AML does, it is a direct database queries. What APIs will do, it is a IOM. So it will take a little bit additional overheads as compared to the AML. So this is what it is explaining. And then development and maintenance, which is easy, which is in a structured way, what has the version compatibility. So all these things it is giving the explanation about. So this GPT is very, very important, and it is very helpful for the developers, for the PLM consultants, or us whoever are concerned or working on the PLM. This is not the thing. If you want to write a unit test case for the above method, why don't you ask the GPT to write the unit test case for us? Let's do that. Create unit test case for IOM method. So we have created the IOM method, and we have asked the GPT to create a unit test case for this find where used method. And see, it is using the NUnit. We can ask the specific testing framework to be used, and it will write a code in that particular testing framework. So by default, it is using the NUnit, which is a popular .NET testing framework. And see here, it has created its setup, its test. You have seen here, it has given the mockup things and its assert. So it has created a unit test case for us. See how your work will be very easy if you use this GPT for your day-to-day activities, or to get the help, to get the motivation, how can you write the effective coding. So I will recommend that just go through this Aras Innovator Helper, try it out by your own. I'll paste the link of this particular GPT in the description, and you can have a look at it. So this is about the today's video. Stay tuned for further more video. See you in the next video. Bye bye.